Hey everybody, this is Max Farrow and this is Dex Trader, and I'm on the phone or the computer system with Mike Ficca. Hey buddy.
Hi guys.
So we're doing this video just real quickly, just as an ad hoc training process, right? Because Mike had questions, when do I get out and when do I stay on the expiry? Because I've noticed some of his trades are getting in and out at the expiry. You're getting out at the expiry, you're letting it keep on 1 hour. And a lot of people have this question, when do I see it as I shouldn't be in for the, should I stay in for just the hour or should I stay in longer to get to my numbers? The big answer is that when the signal first comes out and you look at the process, like Mike's British Gold Pound USD that he got in for at 29.09, was something that was because he was getting in for a buy and it was right here at this point. He was getting in going with the trend, right? So if the trend, remember we got to look left, right? The trend's our friend, so this last 20-30 bars has a nice little trend happening, right? So if that's the case, you're going with the trend with your signal, I would stay in until you hit your numbers. If you go back to the previous trade or one of the other trades he had on at that time, he was actually doing a buy in this downtrend area called a counter trend. He was getting into this, he was supposed to be on the buy level, right? But everything was pointing against it. So it was something, do I stay in or do I stay out? So let's look at one of his active trades right now that he's on. He's actively in one of the other trades right here, which is this USD CHF for a sell. So let's look at that real quick. USD CHF, and we'll see if he should get out right now because it's the top of the hour. It's for a sell. What direction is this trend going in? Go ahead, Mike. You can answer.
This is going in a downward.
Right. You have a downward trend, right?
Right.
So you got in at 99.39. You have a stop loss that is right around, because I have this support and resistance lines on, so it's kind of telling me where everything is at. But I can see that you have a stop loss at 99.59 or something like that, all the way up here, right? So you would move that down to right around this area. As you can kind of see, because what you're looking for is something that's going to push past what this trend is, right? That could be a little hump in there. You can even have that stop loss picked up here, just above 99.54. You could do that, or have it right around this area, because if it shoots up to go that far, you're going to take some money out. But sometimes I like to shorten it even more to come down, because a downward trend is higher highs and lower lows, right? I'm sorry, lower highs and lower lows. There you go. Let's talk for real. So I'd probably put it right around in this area right here, because if it is going to go against me, it's going to go against me big, right? So I don't want to lose all 20 pips. I might just want to lose 7 pips if I'm going to lose it out. But what I will do then is I will make the R value just a little bit different now, because I know that this thing's, if it's going to go against me, if it's going to go against this trend that's happening right now, it's going to have to break these levels, right? So I know that. So if it's going to do the march, all right, let it take it out. Even if it does reverse off, there's no support and resistance around this area for me to do that. And I don't want to have a 15, 16 pip loss in there if it's going to hit these levels. I'm pretty sure that if it does bump up here, it's still going to bounce off these levels. So that's even something you could put that there as well, right? And still have that 20. So you would be safe up here. But I would keep this trade on until it either proved against it and closed me out, or now it's going to keep me going into the process, right? Don't be afraid to stay on with the trend if it's going pretty good. No matter what the lines are saying, the numbers are saying, it's all a matter of it coming up and coming back down, right? I have a Dex MACD and a stochastic at 14.33 on this chart system. All right, so that's my best advice for you and for everybody watching, is that when you first get in your signal, you're doing a trend. So let's see, was there a signal that came out? Yep.
Yes.
The AUD USD on the buy, right? And we kind of see it's doing in a negative position of 39.2%. So I'm going to go over to my system here. I'm going to go into the AUD USD, and instead of doing a buy, I'm going to do a sell, right? I'm going to grab the sell.
Your deal is confirmed.
Now, I've been confirmed in the deal. The box pops up, and it has all my numbers in here, right? So now all I'm going to do is follow the same procedure. Go in here, do minus 20 instead of minus 30. This is my take profit. And I'm going to do 20 in here instead of 30 on my stop loss. And I'm going to hit submit order.
Your order has been placed.
Once that happens, I already have a chart up here, but if you don't, you can just come up to charting, go to new chart, go to Audi USD, boom, boom, right there, and it'll pop up into your thing. Now, mine says on a 30-minute, so I do want to put it on a 15-minute, like this, because I want to see all the good stuff that's in there. There it is. Now I'm going to unanchor it away from the box here. I'm going to open this up, and you can now see this is your bird's eye view, right? It's the same thing if you had like MetaTrader open. You could easily just go over and grab an Audi USD like this, pop it, not like that, but like that, drag it over, and there you go, right? And now with the support and resistance stuff, you can see where everything is at. So you could do a little bit of both. You can have this open, you can have the other one, right? But the common sense is you could start seeing the looking left part, right? You could start seeing where everything is at. So the big movements here is that this is what? A downward trend happening, right? Lower highs, lower lows, right? If something's going to break out of this, it's going to have to break up here, right? So immediately I'm just going to move my stop loss to right here, right? And now I've trimmed the fat of 3 pips. So I'm going to modify my
order. Your order
right
has
there.
been placed.
So if that's the case, I want to look to see where's a good take profit at. Well, if it is going to come down and come back down around here, it should be coming down right around in this area because you see there's a little bit of resistance here at this level right here, right? So I probably want to move it up, but you can move it to the same amount of what your stop loss is, and that's 17.
Your order has been placed.
And that's basically it. At the top of the hour, exactly 12 o'clock, I'm going to come back. Because I'm with the trend, I know I'm going to keep it longer until one of these is hit. If I was doing a counter trend, I was trying to get in from this point to this point, I would kind of shorten things out a little bit and try to get a couple extra bucks, but not stay in because you don't want it to go against you. Does that make sense, Mike?
Yep.
You have any questions?
No.
Looks pretty cut and dry, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. So basically, I'm just going to anchor this back in. Everybody knows that I love trying to do this. There he goes. It's like,
Well, actually, I do, Max.
Sure.
The USD CHF is now back in profit. You know, we were pretty back the other way, and it's at almost 3 pips right now.
Right.
So what would we do? When would we get out, or are we looking to have the take profit take us out?
Well, remember that the USD CHF that you got in was with the trend, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay. So from what I just said, you would stay in until you either hit your profit or you see another value in there to be able to get out, right?
Okay.
Now, because this thing is a little choppy from this point, but it still didn't break this high, this big, huge, support and resistance in here, I would probably try to keep this. It's going to come down for a little bit. It's probably going to pierce this area over here. It's going to try to at least.
Right.
Right. And then you have another big support and resistance. So what I would probably do is put my take profit right around this here. If you just want to get out of the trade, 99.31. I'd probably hit that a little bit because it's probably going to come in and bounce off, and you're going to be playing with this thing going like this for the rest of the day, right? USD CHF has sort of a range that it gets to. So if there's a lot of movement, if there's some big play, but this looks very methodical, very meandering down, very tiring, right? But in all cases, you can see there's even a crossover in the STO that's happening right now that's been confirmed. That should be confirmed with this bar. And if so, that might be able to pierce it through. So the big gamble is now, right? Move your stop loss down at the top of the hours. Trim it up as much as you possibly can. If it is going to break out, now it's going to break to here, right? It's going to try to break this at 99.45 instead of at 99.50. So that would be my best. Or I would even take it to 0. At this point, if it's going to come against you, it's going to break through this value, going to come up here and get you in a negative. So beat it out. You can bring it down to 99.42 to kind of keep it, real close to 0 on what you got in at, because you got it at 9.30.39, and save some of your money. Because if it is going to go against you now, it's going to go wildly against you, right? It's going to come back all the way up to this point, or it's just going to chuck you out for the rest of the day. And remember, every trade you got on is margin on on the trade. So you want to make sure that you have that opportunity to free that up to get into other trades that are more active, right? That are making you money. So if this is making you money too, because now you're what? I mean, if you would have gotten out at the top of the hour, you've been down in the hole probably 1 or 2 pips.
Right.
Now you're in the positive. So you see how the mentality of staying with the trend, staying with that process at the top of the hour is very important.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I don't want to make this video too long. My name is Max Farrow. This is Dex Trader. I'm on with Mike Ficca, trading the forex on the educational forex trading. Good luck. See you next time. And as always, trade well.